Hi there, Laura here from Get Organized HQ, and I am super excited to show you today my very favorite pens and highlighters. So if you are a little bit of a pen stationery junkie like myself, you are going to love this. Now I want to mention, as always, everything I talk about is linked down below, and we also have a coordinating blog post that you can check out if that's just easier for you to kind of review in that way. And everything I talk about today is only the pens that made like the top 10 list. So I'm not even showing you the pens that are not my absolute favorites. If you love videos like this, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and hit subscribe so you don't miss anything. So these pens are in no particular order, but I am going to start with these, and these are the Frixion pens. These are one of the more unique types of pens. I'm going to test each one of them out here for you on this blank notes pages. I'll link to this notepad if you really like that as well. So this is what they look like. They say it's F-R-I-X-I-O-N, and I think it is pronounced Frixion. And here's what's really unique. So the way they write is nice, like I would say normal, pretty smooth writing, pretty vibrant colors. But what's unique about them is you'll see right here, that is actually an eraser. So it's a pen that you can erase. And let me show you here. Yes, it really truly does erase. You just press that little eraser, the N is gone, I can erase the O. I will say it leaves a tiny bit of residue, but not very much at all. Let me try to lift that up to where you can really get a close up how well that erased. So having a pen that you can erase, I think is just amazing. They come in a nice range of colors. I will say, as far as colors go, like I like some of these other sets better, but this does have a pretty nice range. And I want to note that if you use these pens and you leave the item, like the notebook, in the car when it's hot and it gets hot, it will disappear because, you know, it's heat that erases this. But if you put it in the freezer or refrigerator for a few minutes, it will reappear. So just keep that in mind. And also you wouldn't want to use these on checks or legal documents or anything like that. But they are really cool. They also have highlighters. I haven't tried those, but I also think that's cool. Now, moving on to number 2, these are the Erin Condren double-sided pens. And I will say for years, I was not happy with the quality of this brand of pens, but they made a change probably 2 or 3 years ago. And now I must say that I love them, and the range of colors and how bright they are is amazing. So here's what they look like. First of all, they're dual tipped. So you'll see here that they have a medium tip. And you take the other side off, and they have a fine tip. So I like that part about them. Let's go ahead and write with a fine tip. They are kind of a marker feel. The thin is pretty thin. And then the thick side is quite thick. So I don't actually like writing with this side, but one thing that I like doing with the thick side is if I have like a checkbox that I want to check off or something to color in, that's when I feel like the thick side kind of comes in handy. So these are the Erin Condren pens. I think they come in multiple different sets of colors as well, and I do really like the color range in this one. Next up, we have the InkJoy Pens. These are some of the pens that I've had for the longest, and they are just the best gel pens. First of all, they are click to open, which I personally love that. I think it's easier than having to deal with a cap. They're also really cute. They have these 2 little hearts on them, which I absolutely love, and like on the back as well. And they're just really pretty, and they write super smooth. Like, they are some of the best writing gel pens out there. Just a very nice smooth write. And the other thing I like about them is their range of colors is just beautiful. Like, I love the colors that they offer. They're the exact colors that I want in my pens. So I cannot say anything bad about them. If you're wanting a gel pen, this is the go-to. And they're also pretty reasonably priced and easily accessible pretty much anywhere: Target, office supply stores, Amazon, all of that. Next up, we have the Stabilo. First of all, they're cute. Like, they kind of look like a pencil, but they're actually like a thin marker pen. So I think that's pretty cool. The look is just really cute. I love like how much of the color you get to see on the cap. So you just take the cap off like that, and then you'll see how thin that this is. It's incredibly thin. I'll show you how it writes. And the range of colors is amazing. They have a huge, you can see in here, I don't even think that this is all of the colors that they make. So they have a very, very, very large range of colors, which can be important when you're color coding and if you are looking for specific colors. Next up, we have what I'm gonna call the UBrands Pens. I found these a while back at, I wanna say it was somewhere like TJ Maxx. Actually, a friend found them for me. First of all, these are not even all the designs. These are all black, they're not different colors, but they are just really pretty elegant looking pens. And again, these are not all of them. They have some pizza ones and some like really fun designs, but here's just some of them. So the look is really nice. I'm gonna try to hold them up here so you can see how some of those are like kind of ombre, really pretty. And then let's talk about how they write. They're one of my favorites. They're a very thin marker. So the writing is just very, very nice. Very smooth, very rich. Just no complaints about how they write. So these are really cool, nice pens. And sometimes I like just having a black pen, but I like them to look different and more interesting. So these are good ones to have around just anywhere. Like I have some, my junk drawer in the kitchen, all over the place. Next up, we have, I think these are long-standing traditional Le Pen pens. One of the best things about these is the huge variety of colors that they offer. This is not nearly even all of them, and how thin they are. I also like that the entire thing is colored the same color as the pen. And again, this is a very thin marker tip. So this is the green Le Pen. And again, I think these are very rich, similar to the Erin Condren pen, just a very rich. I'll show you another one here, rich color. And I like it when it's very pigmented and just rich colors. And I also like how thin it is. When I have a marker that I'm gonna write with, like a marker felt tip, I like it to be really, really thin. Next, let's go to the highlighters. So I'm just going to grab one of these pens and write something to highlight. Okay, so these are the Zebra Midliners. They have been around for a very long time. And let me tell you what I love, love, love about these. The colors. So when you get traditional highlighters, the colors are just like obnoxious, fluorescent, bright colors. And these are very pleasing colors. So here's what the highlighter tip looks like. Now I also want to point out, this is kind of hidden, but they have another tip, a marker tip. So let's take a look. So look at how nice and calming that color is. Just beautiful. And then I can also write with the marker end. Again, I wouldn't write a lot. That's kind of a thick for writing, but I would like make a circle or a box and fill it in. So it's nice to have that option as well. And again, these colors are just absolutely like beautiful. Really can't say anything bad about the colors. And it's just so much nicer and calmer than your traditional set of highlighters. And one of the things that I like to do when I do paper planning is just use the same color, like black or gray ink for everything. And then to introduce color coding, I like to highlight it. I just feel like that is an easier way to do it. All right, now for our very last highlighters. These are like the coolest, most unique things. My husband got these, they're Bible safe. So what that means is like if you're highlighting in one of those Bibles that's like the pages are super, super thin, it's not gonna bleed through, and it's actually almost like a crayon consistency. It's really, really hard to describe. But let me try another color. Just to give you the idea, oh, they're so fun. It's basically like you're putting crayon on there, and like, I wish you could feel it. It feels kind of waxy, like a crayon. I just think these are the funnest things ever. Just that consistency. And some of the colors are a little obnoxious, but they also have some slightly, like this purple is not too bad. This blue is not too bad as far as colors go. So these are really fun and something that I think are often overlooked. I think they have some marketed as gel highlighters. These are specifically marketed as Bible safe, but I think some gel highlighters are the same. So if you liked any of these pens and you want to check them out, be sure to check the links down below. And if you're a bit of a stationery pen planner junkie like myself, I think you're going to love this video that I have right here for you. So go ahead and check that one out.